I was a preschool teacher and consultant in early childhood programs for many years before I went to Central Arizona College. My entire career has been early childhood education.
When I was in the classroom, I used to teach kindergarten and first grade. And when I was writing my dissertation, I said, okay, I'm going to take a leave of absence from the district because I wasn't sure I wanted to leave the classroom.
I had reached a stage in my life where I wanted to be working with adults who were working with young children.
But when I started immediately after and I got into higher education, that first class that I taught, I felt like it's not only 30 children that I'm impacting, but now it is 30 multiplied by the 30 who are now in my classroom.
So accreditation for higher education with the National Association for the Education of Young Children. It's a difficult process, but it's a very helpful one.
It's a voluntary process, accreditation, but what it does is it provides our students, our community, our employers with a stamp of approval, if you will.
Preparing teachers to enter into that environment, to respect children and their families, and to some extent it still allows for flexibility, but it's a way to justify that an individual has been trained to an extent to be with such a important group of little people.
It involves an intensive self-study process and also a peer review. So the institution, the academic program is being assessed against national standards by an independent peer review team.
It gives you the structure for a self-study process that will improve the program. And so for us, it allowed us to really look very deeply at our program, find out what our strengths were, what the areas of need were, where we had gaps, and we were able to then act on those to really put together a great program for our students so that we know when they graduate that they are well prepared to work with young children as an educator.
I think overall people found that the process allowed them to more holistically understand their program rather than just kind of the isolated part that they were involved with.
The thing about accreditation that I love with NAEYC is that it is meeting standards but without standardization. It really is. I've been a peer reviewer for 8 years. I've seen a lot of community colleges and a lot of institutions go through the accreditation process, and they no two look alike. It is a very unique and individualized process.
Having that title of that NAEYC, the national organization providing us with that accreditation, working towards it, you look at, it's like a whole self-reflection, or it's a program reflection. What are things that we need to work on as a program?
I think it's very easy for faculty members and programs to say, oh yeah, we're doing a good job, we're doing a good job, we're doing a good job, and they probably are. But there's some details that I think really bring the program to a high quality level. And I think that the self-study allows you to do that. It makes you look at your program within the context of the community. You know, what makes your program unique? Are you meeting the needs of your community?
To improve the career pathway for students from the 2 to 4 year and even graduate level is important, and that we have a common set of language and expectations and standards, not standardization, because the beauty of this accreditation system is that it's unique to the context of the community that's being served, to the student bodies.
What's your unique characteristics? Are students able to get through your program? Are you providing them the support that they need? All of those things are things that we take into consideration with accreditation.
National Association for the Education of Young Children for many, many years has helped guide the kind of productivity that we have and to help establish standards of professionalism for our teachers.
Well, what I hear students say the most is that the reason that they would pick a program that had gone through accreditation is because it basically has the stamp of approval from the accrediting body for our profession. And so that really counts for a lot. You know, it's just like a nursing program having nursing accreditation, or, you know, a law school having their accreditation. The difference with ours is it is not mandatory, but in a way that to me makes it more compelling, because we're doing this because we want to do it, and we want to make sure that our students are getting a great program, not because we have to.
And for the general community to understand that this is a profession that should be respected. And so overall, this is the institution that needs to be accrediting universities that are now preparing early childhood teachers and early childhood professionals.
It's accountability. It also gives us the credibility that we've worked towards that accreditation. It'll make us a stronger program.